My dear friend, Zulema Arroyo Farley. She's known as the Latina Medium. And a lot of people, she freaks a lot of people out. But it's
Even you. Even you.
Even me. But it's always great to have you, and it's always great to talk to you. And I'm very happy because I know this has been a lifelong dream of yours to write a book. And you've written a book in English and in Spanish.
Yes.
In Spanish, muchísimo más. In English, so much more.
Yes.
And here you talk about your adversities. You talk about almost being bankrupt, almost being homeless.
Oh, I was bankrupt, homeless. Bankrupt.
Having it all and then losing it all.
Yes. And making it back.
And making it back. Talk to us. What can we learn reading your book? So much more.
So first, I teach you the tools and the mechanisms that have worked for me. And one that I believe firmly on, and as a psychic medium, I love to help people, not just by having a reading with me, is to tell you those things and those tools that I've used so you can use them in your own life. Where it could be that you're facing financial difficulties. It could be that you haven't found the love in your life. It could be that you're having problems at work. So I teach you all the things that we do as psychic mediums in order to lead and live a fulfilled life, achieving what we want. And two of those major things are manifestation and visualization, the law of attraction. So our thoughts create our future. So whatever you think, if you're always thinking negatively, or you have pessimism, or you're the kind of person that says, I'm never going to have the car of my dreams, that Mercedes that I want, because I'm poor, I don't have money, I can't afford it. Well, let me tell you, you will never have that car. Whereas if you say, I'm going to work hard, you're very in tune with yourself, and you say, I'm going to have the car, I'm going to have the Mercedes, and you speak as if you already have it, not that you don't have it, it is going to come true. Because your thoughts attract and you create your future.
Now, what you do freaks out a lot of people. A lot of people think
Yes.
it's dark. A lot of people think it's not of God.
It's evil.
Evil. What would you tell them?
So first and foremost, my job is not to convince anybody. And I understand there's skepticals out there. So what I say is, if you're facing a situation, if there's somebody that's like suicidal, let's say, or somebody who's a drug addict in your family and you don't know how to solve the situation, there was a great article in the New York Times 3 months ago that I suggest that people read. And it was more about projecting psychic mediums as wellness coaches. Psychic mediums are the new wellness coaches. So your psychologist is not working anymore for you. You've been going to therapy for 10 years and hasn't figured it out. Or you're taking medicine and hasn't figured it out. But a reading with the psychic medium is going to be completely transformative. I treat, meaning I have psychologists that come to me. And it's really interesting to know from spirit the things that I hear about. And I'm thinking to myself, how can this person be treating somebody when this person is considered suicide, when this person is depressed? How can you look someone straight in the eye as a client and be giving them advice when you don't live by it? So everything I say and I do, I live by it. Number two, there's so much misinformation and a lack of education on how mediumship works. Okay, it's all positive in the white light of God, and it's a very simple premise. We are all energy. There's energy around us everywhere we are. We're in movement, right? So here in the physical world, we are attached to what we call our skin, our body, the materia. When we die, what dies is the body. Our spirit, our soul transform into a high frequency energy. Here we're low energy. So a medium simply, and this was a gift from God. All I do is raise my vibration from a low energy to a high energy. They lower theirs, and we meet in the middle, and that's why it's called a medium. It is so simple. People ask me all the time, how do you know you're talking to a positive energy in the white light of God and not a negative energy? Very simple. If there was ever a negative energy that would show up in a reading, I would identify very quickly because the vibration is lower than mine where I am, and it's not as high as that one is when they're there. And all our loved ones want to do when they cross over to the other side is like, oh my God, I can communicate. Oh my God, I can give the signs and the symbols, right? and they're trying to figure out how to communicate. Now, I also teach you, you don't have to come to a medium all the time. You can come for a reading one time, and I will tell you, this is a sign that your loved one uses with you to communicate that they're with you. Like I did with Alan Thatcher. Your dad is going to use feathers. And he was like, what? Feathers? The next day, I show up to the studio, and I didn't even know they have the surprise on camera. I'm learning as it's going live. His daughter showed up at his house with a feather in her hand. So that is to prove to you, don't doubt ever, because this is all they want to do. Give you the tools, give you the intuition, trust that intuition. It's not your ego that is talking to you. It's your intuition. And there's a difference between ego and intuition.
Zulema's new book is called So Much More, in English and Spanish, Muchísimo Más, on sale on all the platforms. And you can follow Zulema on Instagram, of course, Zulema Arroyo Farley on Instagram. Zulema, muchas gracias. Thank you very much. And for my listeners in Miami, you can check her out in person and buy her book. And I'm sure you're going to be signing autographs there.
Yes.
This coming Tuesday, September 10th. At Books and Books on Aragon Avenue in Coral Gables. So Much More, Zulema Arroyo Farley. Zulema, always great seeing you.
Thank you, Enrique. I love being here.
Congratulations
Gracias,
on your new books.
Thank you. Yes.
Very proud of you.